Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. For those that love sound, music, and stuff, it's a one-track, one library today, and it's a cheap one today. So recently, I did a one-track, one company with Rigid Audio, link above, where I bought so many of their products at a ridiculously reduced price, and I produced this track. On the back of that, somebody very kindly suggested Limerence, which is the subject of today's one-track, one library, also by Rigid Audio. Now, I looked on their website, and currently it is £82. Now, but you know Rigid Audio, or I hope you know Rigid Audio, because they always do insane deals. So I picked up Limerence from Plugin Boutique at something like £3 something. £82 to 3. I mean, you know, it's insane. But I have just noticed that as of today, and here's the screenshot, there's 97% off everything that Rigid Audio have done from audio plugin deals. So you can get everything that they've ever done for $59. Anyway, I do think it's definitely worth checking these little instruments out. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're so much fun, and you can get pretty good results with them. Limerence. Today, what does limerence mean? It's obsessive fantasies about somebody you may or may not love, isn't it? Anyway, so I've written a track using limerence, using only limerence, and I've done it to this picture. So I've gone down the sort of sci-fi, soundscapey, computer gamey route. So what I'll do is I'll show you this fine instrument worth £3. Well, I mean, it really is. Who says, let's take 97% off? I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the marketing department. Just, they're on something. But anyway, whatever they're on, it's good. It's good for us because we get some fab instruments at virtually nothing. So what I'll do is I will show you this fine instrument, Limerence, of what it can do. And yes, it's limited, but it's fun. And then I will show you the full track to the picture of the sci-fi ship, as it were. So for those that don't want to listen to me rabbit on, just go to the full track, minutes and seconds below. But for those that are sticking around, this is Limerence. Obsessive fantasies about someone you may or may not love. I think that's what it is. Anyway, here it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Limerence. It's an organic textures machine, and you need the full version of Contact to play it. So I've put it in my quick load, and it's also under my files here. Because as you'll see, there are an awful lot of presets. So you've got an organic, bright, complex, drone, evolving, huge, modulated. These are also, so these are all my other Rigid Audio things. But see what I mean? So let's just start Anorganic Awakening, and I'll show you the instrument. Here we go. This is as it comes. I'll just turn this on. Yeah? I mean, isn't that cool? Let's play something else. Data Forest. Guys, if you like sound and you like soundscapes, I can't see why you won't like this. Again, thank you for the recommendation. All the signs modulated. Just holding my fingers down. Nice. Chasing. I like chasing. That's very nice. Right. Couple more soundscape. Aurora. Nice. Nice. Various density. Don't know what this is. Yeah. So you've got preset heaven, really, and it's basically play through them, find the ones you like. Unfortunately, you can't favorite them, but however, you can make little snapshots here if you want. So that's the way around that. Now, let me explain to you the GUI. You have 4 sound sources. So that's the way around that. So let's just go, I don't know, let's go for a normal pad and go, I don't want to go abortion. Let's go ambient glow. Ambient glow. That's quite fun. Okay, let me show you the GUI and you'll find out what it does. So, you have a big knob in the middle. Let's just point out the obvious. This is like a modulating gate thing, and it gives you, even says flow. And you can have different degrees of flow. You can also learn MIDI CC with it. You have an attack, which is an attack and release, which is fairly obvious. Let's turn the attack down. Instant, and then long release, and all that. So what I'm going to do is to explain this density knob, I've got to find something a little bit more interesting. So, I don't know, conquers from complex. Yes, this will probably be good. So this is basically how many layers are playing at any one time. So you can turn them on and off by these little bars here. So just for the purposes of demonstration, let's turn them all on. And this is layer 1. Turn it up and you get layer 2. Turn it up and you get layer 3. Turn it up, you get layer 4. Now, if you want to solo just 4, just turn off 3, 2, 1. I'm going to put 3 on now. Let's flow it. Yeah? So this shape button basically introduces a bit of saturation, a bit of distortion. Let's add in 2 and 1, by the way. Yeah. And then this button, tone, this affects this. So this is a filter, delay, impulse response, reverb, and phasing. Let's just hear the filter. Yeah, so it's basically like a mix knob for both. Then delay, this is delay. Crazy. Let's turn reverb on. Off, mix it in. Yeah, and phasing, or a phase. So like a... Anyway, and you can turn them off or on, and you can go mad. Sounds like something under the bath. Anyway, you have no idea what these samples are. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is dot matrix. Obviously completely different, but I have no idea what these are. They're cool, but it's an awful lot of trial and error. Now, if you want to know what samples are used, you go to the actual files and you go into the samples here and you get actually all of these. So they have used all of these things. So from orchestra hall, ambience, rhythm, approaching a bug zapper, arena. So these are these are all impulse response samples. Nice deep space. Yeah, so lots and lots of fun samples. Impact. Nice. So actually you can use these just on their own if you want. Yeah, lots of fun things. I just wish, let's turn that off, that actually there was a tiny little thing saying which sample was being used when, and that then you could choose. Is that me being too picky for £3? I don't know. But actually I ended up spending 66p, so I wouldn't care if there weren't even numbers. If you want something quick, just go done, boom, and be happy with it. I wouldn't get too worried about trying to get the perfect sound. I think there are just so many here that they'll help you. And fortunately, they're all in categories. So if you want something bright, galactic minefields, is it going to sound like galactic minefields? One hopes so. Ready? Watch out for the mine. That's the mine. Oh, embrace. Is this going to be a lover's embrace? Ready? I'll play a nice C major triad. That's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep Embracing. That's AI embracing. Anyway, call it AI embrace. Anyway, and that's it. That's the instrument. So that is what you get. So for £3, I think it's a bargain. Right, let me show you this track that I made. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the track. This is the picture. It is a spaceship glider coming into land after a very weary fishing trip. And it's surveying the megacity below and thinking, where shall I park? Anyway, so cinematic-y, sci-fi, computer gamey, coming into land music. No idea what to call it. Here it is. So that is a track made with just limerence. So how did I start? Well, I started with a sequence, and it was the modulated. So it was under the modulated category, and I had closure system, and I've even written it for you. I had 1, 2, and 3 instruments on it. So I started with just this sequence, and it inspired me. And I built my piece around this one sequence. As you can see, it goes all the way along there. I have a little bit of a dropout and then it comes back. Now, within this one instrument was also instrument 4, which was a little bit of a sort of percussive loop, which was this, which I just bounced down separately. So with the sequence, Sort of gave me the idea of the ship travelling. Is it sci-fi? Yeah, with a bit of brushing. Everyone needs a brush loop. Anyway, so of course then I had to introduce you to some thematic material, which was this, just from the various categories and the bright categories, and I just edited slightly, or to my taste. So the tink ticka 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 tink was basically just high and gated, and then I had a little bit more percussive stuff here, which I quite liked. So all together with sequences. Then pads. Here we go. I'll just play them for you. So soundscapes, pads, anorganic stuff. I've got anorganic hemisphere. I've got soundscape free radicals. Yeah, with sequences. Yeah. What was this? A modulated. What did I call it? Atomaris. Oh, it's just sort of bell tones, was it? Here we go. Yeah. So with the pads. In a very deliberately out of tune way. Anyway. And then look, all of this stuff down here in the yellows, this was just sounds I actually ended up liking just to give a little bit of interest to what was going on above it. This was a complex Anubis. And then I called it a delay tone, but this was it below that. It's just something to give it a little bit of interest. Then I had, I called it a huge blossom. So under the huge section, something called blossom. And then Soundscape Chronicles, I called it a distant clang. And then I recapped the theme and I put in some bass stuff here. So anorganic Geno, huge deep space scan and examination. I mean, that's sci-fi ship floating around, isn't it? All together. So when would you use this instrument? You'd use this instrument when you needed instant soundscape, instant organic textures, just to provide interest. A lot of these are all tonal, and they're all time synced to your DAW, so they'll fit in. I love it for what it is, for £3, and actually I ended up, if I did say or not, I ended up paying 66p for it, because I got a little bit of virtual cash on my Plugin Boutique account. £2 or something, but you know, 66p. 66p. So anyway, that's enough nonsensing from me. So if you like this, if you like what I do, please give it a like. Please subscribe and ring the bell and all of that good stuff, and you'll be notified of anything else I do in the near future. So in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, take care. See you soon for another installment of goodness knows what. Anyway, bye.